Marie Slyka, Clark. I'm a councilwoman for the 3rd Ward. I'm here tonight to ask the freeholders about the proposed ball field that's going in Rahway Park. Most of the Clark residents, including our mayor and myself, only found out about it about 3 weeks ago. We understand that a 5,000-seat stadium is supposed to be put on the property in Rahway Park. Rahway Park is probably less than a mile wide, maybe a little bit more. To put a 5,000-seat stadium in this small park needs to be addressed, and I think the people in the town should have been notified about this project. I understand that Freeholder Hudak spoke about it in his January 1 address. I apologize, I did not read that. And I just found out about this project. I will tell you that the residents in my 3rd Ward are up in arms. They feel that they have no voice, no say, and no notification. And when I personally called our mayor and asked him if he knew about it, he said he wasn't familiar. Now, a project in Rahway Park that also abuts Clark and a good portion is in Clark. I really am curious to know why the Clark residents weren't notified, or at least the municipality. I have been in contact with Ms. Roundtree, the Rahway business administrator, who has been very kind and given me information. But again, the information that she provided me was basically a footprint. I have nothing else to show my residents and to assure them that what the county is doing is going to be for the betterment of all the towns in Clark. I'd also like to know the timeline for this particular stadium. Obviously, parking is an issue that will not go away. There are only 2 entrances into Rahway Park. One from St. George Avenue in Rahway, the other one from Valley Road in Clark. The parking as it exists right now cannot handle 5,000 cars. So if you would be kind enough to get me some information, I would truly appreciate it. Thank you.
Just a few comments on Rahway River Park. A number of years ago, the board made a policy decision that when we would look to resurface the field, we would do so with an artificial surface playing field. They're more cost effective than sod, they get more easy, and they are safer. Less bone, less brain, less muscle repair. We have been replacing those fields with lighted turf fields because there's a tremendous demand for the field time. And I live less than a mile away from the park, walk my dog through quite often. That field is very, very busy. So we are in the process of upgrading fields throughout the county. We're just very close to completion of a similar project at Warnaco Park with a similar track and similar field. Where that project is a part of the field initiative this year and is going to be going forward. That's what we're doing with those types of playing surfaces. In turn, and we've done so throughout. In terms of the Rahway High School component, the mayor came to us last year, and as part of dealing with the problem that they've had in Rahway, which is flooding. There has been major floods in Rahway. This time there's a big storm, Rahway floods. They're better at this Veterans Field, which is where their kids play. It is terribly inundated by rain, and you can actually go on YouTube and you can find the video. Just put in Irene Veterans Field Rahway, you see the water exceeding the goalposts of that particular field. It's a real problem in Rahway because of how the town is situated, and so the request was the size, I think 5,000 is a bit large. And I think the board will be committed to doing something that is aesthetically appropriate to that particular park, but also safe in terms of the size. And we will consult with engineers, our construction personnel, ultimately our park. So we'll make sure that it's, whatever is done ultimately in terms of the size of that project is appropriate to that facility. The municipality will cover any costs above what we would have spent on the project as we normally would have. But just in terms of parking and things like that, we have commitments from Rahway. They will work with our county police to make sure that on days where they have games, they'll work at parking solutions so that the neighborhood is not overburdened. But it's all very preliminary, which is what the original MOU was about that we approved last week. Again, this is a project that's going forward with budget in our capital a moment ago, and I can tell you, just as a resident who lives right by that park, it needs to be upgraded. And when we upgraded these fields throughout the county, it's been tremendously popular, it's been tremendously well used, and we have worked with other municipalities, as we've done with Glenside Avenue, in Summit, as we've done in Slender and First and Tight. We worked with municipalities of Linden, Union, and Elizabeth in the field, and Rizzuto, and Wheeler, to make sure that local groups had the ability to really utilize those fields, and they're tremendously popular. We see that, and we see this as an extension. As the planning process goes forward, of course, we'll be in contact with the town of Clark, and my understanding, and I don't want to get between two mayors, the mayor of Rahway did express that he had spoken to Mayor of Corso, so I'm not quite sure where that is, and I'm not here to litigate that here tonight. What I will tell you is this: we will keep you, Councilwoman, definitely abreast, so you can keep your residents abreast. But we're committed to a good project in that particular field to make sure it's a good, safe playing surface for kids. And if the kids in Rahway have a place that they can play their home games, that's a good thing too. But we want to make sure it's appropriate to that park and that you have our commitment with it. But we'll definitely make sure to keep you abreast as that develops. But that's what the MOU is about, so we can engage with Rahway. We could get our professionals in. I'm not an engineer or an architect, and that's why we're bringing them in, so we can make sure that the project is appropriate to the park, but also meets a number of different needs that the community has, and Rahway has